Alrighty, so the first closed playtest for Royalty Free For All has just wrapped up. I played as much as I could during the weekend, and while I mostly stuck to 2 characters, I did try everything there was to offer. Everything you're seeing here is subject to change, and I won't be going through any bugs or jank I encountered under the guidelines of the devs, but I'm happy to report that I didn't come across many during my playtime. Now, if you're not familiar, Royalty Free For All is a hand-drawn platform fighter, or Smash-like, featuring the public domain, built to be easy to get into even for non-gamers. Getting into the characters, they're great! Each is an interpretation of a classic character. Like say Dorothy turning into a dog after a wish of being able to talk to Toto went wrong, or Nessie taking less of a mysterious sea beast role and more of a cuttlefish. Already, this is a good start. While not to throw shade, most other platform fighters are heavily lacking in this, as most of the time their characters just provide gameplay function, and that's it. So seeing this much life put into the cast is already a massive step up. Stages are also pleasing to the eye, going for more of a matte painting look, while still providing animated elements, like the plant character in the Little Shop of Horrors stage. Most of the layouts are generally for casual play, with a few vanilla ones that can work for tournament. And oh man, the flavor commentary for each character in their YouTube videos along with the descriptions just, love it. The music consists of remixes from classic tunes, done by, believe it or not, industry professionals, including Grant Kirkhope and David Wise of Rareware fame. That is shocking, Mike. Oh my god, how did they get a hold of them? Moving on to the mechanics, it's a notable overhaul from what we're familiar with in Smash. This includes shields with less health, any attack can be done out of shield or ledge, the absence of a universal grab, which would probably explain the weaker shields, along with the addition of a waveland button, which I really like. Though it makes me wonder what spot dodging is useful for. I guess when your shield is weakened? Maybe to offset the small movesets. Oh yeah, I should probably get to the elephant in the room here. With the exception of Sakura, every character only has 6 attacks. A light, a strong, a special, and an aerial version of each. There's not even any filler slots like get-up attacks or anything, that's all you have to work with. This naturally means you have less coverage, like there didn't seem to be much of a universal anti-air for both ground or air, or an attack to cover your landing, at least not from what I was able to notice. This is the most common complaint I've seen, and I kind of agree with it. Though this could be alleviated with granting more flexibility in the moves themselves, like say being able to drift back and forth during Dorothy, Todd, or Oliver's air strong moves. Along with larger hitboxes, I came across a few technical blind spots myself. This was an area that, while despite all of its problems, Multiverses was very good at, like being able to charge aerials, different charge levels granting certain perks, being able to angle them, etc. This is something I think the game could have benefited from. I would personally love to see reversible strong attacks be the standard. Now, lower coverage may very well be the nature of the beast, which I could see, but I could also ironically seeing it being frustrating for newcomers to get the hold of. Others and myself played a lot of Sakura to bypass this limitation. Though at the same time, making moves is a huge time commitment, and I honestly like the idea with a game with few attacks. Plus, like Multiverses, less moves means more time to put into other characters, which with a game's premise like this, there's endless possibilities. Whether or not it's worth biting the bullet or not, I don't have much of a definitive answer, sorry, but I'm sure this knot can be untied. As for the balance, it seemed pretty alright so far. Sakura felt like a diet brawl Meta Knight with her spammable aerials. In my opinion, keep the range, keep the damage, just add some end lag to her aerials, and lower the shield damage of all of her light attacks. In exchange for speeding up her ground special. It's a cool attack, but it's too laggy and it puts you into freefall, so there's not a lot of incentive to go for it given how risky it is. Other highlights include a recovery boost for Lancelot, along with maybe upping his shield health. Nessie's ground strong also has less range than the animation suggests, and it's very slow. Those could use some tuning. As for the general mechanics, everything seems mostly in line. Air dodging and wave landing could use a little less lag, and I noticed it was very easy to get pineappled under stages. And they have ledge hogging. Another game with this. For those who aren't aware, ledge hogging is basically the act of you can't grab the ledge when someone's already there. And in my opinion, it's a pretty frustrating interaction. It's not even that impressive of a kill from denying someone the ledge when they had to grab it. This mechanic continues to show up in games, and I don't think it really works out in any of them, but especially not for this game, which is targeting for more of a general audience. Rushdown Revolt and Blindsight have iterated here with their ledge lopping and ledge push ideas, reaching a more satisfying middle ground in my opinion. but despite all my negatives, I had a really good time with this game. I did want to be a lot more positive throughout this video, but if it means anything, the pros speak for themselves. We're looking at a beautiful game with fun, lovable characters and some great remixes from top talent. It's wholeheartedly bubbling with personality in every corner, and I can't praise that anymore. Most of my gripes really range from technical details in the mechanics, which aren't a huge deal in the grand scheme of things. If the game ends up sticking with ledge hogging, so be it, I'll manage. Though seriously, to any Platfighter developers listening to this, please reconsider moving past this mechanic. But while I preferred the 1v1 format, this game seems like a perfect fit for some great side content. Imagine some Subspace Emissary-esque levels, or maybe Squad Strike, or wacky minigames like Target Test or Target Blast, or a quiz show. Now that would be fun. The inventive concept of using public domain characters seems to hit a satisfying middle ground, as it brings in some familiarity while also fixing the OC problem that other platform fighters are stuck with. This may not be the game for the hardcore tournament goers, but that's fine. They have options. But it's in a prime spot to grab a casual audience, which is exactly what these games need more of. Games in this subgenre have a lot to live up to, not only with Smash, but with the lack of longevity from previous games. But if they play their cards right, we might be looking at a new classic here. And during the editing of this, they've announced that the next playtest is right around the corner, along with their plans to launch the Kickstarter soon. So all I gotta say is, I'm excited, and I'll be sticking around. Let me know what you think of this game and want to see from it. I'm MGG. Have a nice day.